Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Talk, where we talk about all things digital. I'm Jeff Bromley here for Thingee, and we're coming at you with another exciting episode of Tech Talk. Today we're going to talk about one of the other tools that Thingee uses, which is called Trello. But before we get into that, I have one favor to ask everybody. If you could do me a favor and like us on Facebook, follow us on LinkedIn, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to our email list, I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, let's dive in. We're going to talk about one of the tools that Thingee uses in our whole suite of tools, which is called Trello. So Trello is a real-time collaboration tool similar to Slack and similar to Google Docs. However, this is the tool that we use to organize everything. So when you think about it, Trello is organized into a bunch of different things. You have boards, which are great for organizing projects. You have lists inside of those boards, and then you have cards inside of each one of those lists to allow us to track for each and every one of those individual components that we use it for. Now, the really neat part about Trello is the fact that it is all real time. So the fact when I make an update, my team members don't have to sync on the other side. And this happens in real time, and we're able to collaborate in real time. Very similar to the way that you saw that Google Docs did. So when I make an update in Google Docs, somebody else on the other side sees that on their screen. So when I'm making updates inside of Trello, somebody else sees that happening in real time on their screen. So these are huge for us as far as being able to track overall projects, as well as to use it to communicate different tasks and track when tasks are getting done and setting due dates and assigning. It's really quite a wonderful tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a quick overall demo on how this works so you guys can actually see a little bit about how Trello works. And you can actually see I have my iPad back here. So I'm going to actually make updates on my laptop. And as I make those updates, you can see what happens. And this is phenomenal. I use this at home. I use this in tracking projects with my wife. So we have all things around the house, and things around the house are scheduled depending on the time of year, whether it be fall maintenance or change the filters in our furnace, down to other things that we may need to do around the house as just miscellaneous tasks. So it's great for tracking that. And you can think about how that applies to all the things that Thingee produces, whether it be projects for our clients or our enterprise detailing tool called iDetail, because there's a whole roadmap that goes on with that. So we have multiple tasks and multiple features which all need to be tracked, and then all of our documentation goes into Google Docs. And we share a lot of that communication through Slack as well. So it's really great. We have this trifecta of tools that we use. So let me hop in and show you a little bit about how this works. So right here, I've created an actual Tech Talk demo board. And what I can do is I can create a couple lists. So we're going to say to do. I'm going to create another. And if you notice, that popped up right over on the iPad. I'm going to create a doing list. And then I'm going to create a completed list. So now I have my three lists in here. And I can create a card like I don't know, let's come up with a to-do. Record video. And I have that as a task. And you can see right here, it's popping up inside of here. And inside of each one of these cards, I can assign it. So I can assign actually myself. And you'll notice as soon as I assign myself, it actually put my face over here, and you can actually see that. And it records it into a number of different places. I can create a checklist under record video. So here's my tasks. And I can go task 1, task 2, task 3. And I can assign those to people, and I can create labels and due dates and checklists, all sorts of great things. I can actually share all of this, as well as I can attach, if I wanted to attach another Trello card or a Google Drive or Dropbox. And they have a whole host of integrations, and we actually use this with our Salesforce. We use this with Google Drive. You can integrate this into Slack. So actually, when I'm making these updates, I actually receive notifications inside of Slack. And by the way, if you haven't checked out our other videos on Slack or Google Docs, I highly recommend them. So again, I'm able to create all of these and update them all in real time. And as I move them in between lists, and watch, I'm going to slide this over, and you can see that I move it here from to do into doing, and then watch what happens behind me. It actually updates, and as I'm trying to point to it, it updates between cards, and then I can move it to completed. And again, all this is updating in real time. So think about a small team, 3 or 5 or 10, working together, or 10, 20, or 50 working together, or hundreds of people coming together to collaborate on major features and look at major projects that they're all able to collaborate on. It really is a wonderful tool. This tool's been around for probably at least 5 or 6 years now. I remember using it for quite some time, and has become a great tool for us to track all of that. So again, I'd like to thank you for coming here and watching this video. I'm Jeff Brownlee with Tech Talk. If you got any questions, please feel free to ask. And remember to like, subscribe, share, all those great things on social media. Until next time, I'm Jeff Brownlee.